Hello student. Today actually we are going to learn engineering mechanics. Already I have completed unit 1 and unit 2. Today we will see unit 4, centroid and center of gravity. Actually it is a very easy unit, and from this unit only one type of question will always come, like find the position of the centroid. Always these types of questions will repeat and repeat again. So we will only focus on centroid and center of gravity, and that is our unit also. So first of all we should know what is centroid. It is a single point. I will write it on board, then you can easily understand. It is a single point about which entire area is acting. Entire area is acting for the plane figure. For plane figure irrespective of the position of the figure. Of the position of the plane figure. Once again I will repeat it. It is a single point about which entire area is acting for the plane figure irrespective of the position of the plane figure. See, we should concentrate only in two places of this definition. First one, single point, and second one, irrespective. That means our centroid will be denoted by single point, and second things, it will be not depends upon the position of the plane. It is irrespective of the position of the plane. Only two things you have to understand. In Hindi also I will repeat once again. सेंट्रॉइड क्या है? ये एक सिंगल पॉइंट है. सिंगल पॉइंट किस लिए है? जिसके द्वारा हम लोग पूरा एरिया को जहाँ पर हमारा एक्ट कर रहा है उसका एक सिंगल पॉइंट होता है. और ये जो होता है इसको क्या करते हैं, ये डिपेंड नहीं करता पोजीशन पे. और इफ यू विल want to know the basics or simple definition about the centroid, then we can say centroid is the geometrical mean position of any plane. Understand? Once again I will repeat. Okay, I will write it in simple way. Centroid is the geometrical mean position of any plane. See, you can know the definition in basic ways also. What is basic ways? Centroid is the geometrical mean position of any plane. See, out of these two you can remember or you can mug up anyone, or you can understand anyone. You should understand both of them, but you should mug up anyone, because see, this is one line sentence, so easily you can remember. I know many of you are from Bihar board and it is too difficult for you to write in English. I know you will learn soon. Then we are also working hard towards it, so I hope you will learn soon. So for your reason, for your purpose, I have written in one sentence. What is centroid? Centroid is the geometrical mean position of any plane. Centroid, mainly what centroid represent? Entire area of particular acting point. Understand? That is centroid. Centroid is applicable for the plane figure having area but no volume. Suppose that if you have to find the centroid, then we can find the centroid of rectangle, a square, circle, etc. Let us see by some diametrical concept. Suppose that this is one bigger area. Already we know that bigger area is made up of a small area. So we will assume area 1 here, area 2 here, area 3 here, and area 4 here. If anybody will say what is the total area, then what will it represent? We can easily represent total area as A. So what will the centroid? Already I told you, it is the mean position of any plane figure, geometrical mean position. So it may be occurs here, we can assume. So we will see according to the x and y axis. Suppose that this is our plane. This is our acting area point. This is our acting area point, or we can denote it by centroid as G. So this is y axis, this is x axis. So the distance from x axis to here centroid, it is called as ybar, and distance from y axis to the centroid, it is known as xbar. In our numerical problem, we have to find this ybar and xbar only. The distance of centroid, the position of centroid, where it is actually located, that is called as our centroid. Already I have given you the definition. Mostly the definition will not ask in examination, but you should know what is centroid. That's why I have explained in 2 or 3 ways. Now we will see center of gravity. You can draw this diagram also. If they will ask the definition of centroid, you can draw this diagram also. This is called as centroid. Wait, I will write it. This is called as centroid. Now we will see center of gravity. See, center of gravity is also very basic term, or very basic, it is having very basic concept. In centroid what we see? Entire area is acting. In centroid, entire weight will act. What is center of gravity? I will write the definition. Center of gravity. It is a single point about which entire weight is acting. The center of the gravity will be the resultant of all the gravitational force of the different body. That means here many bodies acting. A small body. Already I told you, area A1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1. Like same way, W1 is weight of first body, W2 is weight of second body, W3 is weight of third body, and W4 is the weight of fourth body. So what is the center of gravity? It is the what? Resultant of all the gravitational force. Means here also some gravity will act, na? G1, suppose that. Here also some other gravity will act. Here also some other gravity will act. Here also some other gravity will act. So resultant of all the gravitational force is known as center of gravity. This is called as center of gravity. This is called as center of gravity. So we can remember this definition also. It is a single point about which entire weight is acting in simple way, or else we can remember it is the resultant of all the gravitational force of different bodies. Understand? We can remember in two ways. First way is it is a single point about which entire weight is acting. Second way, it is the resultant of all the gravitational force of different bodies. Okay. Now we will see the procedure of locating the centroid of the plane. Actually, in this unit, we have to solve the many problems related to our centroid. So, first of all, we should know the procedure of locating the centroid of the composite body. So, first we will see the steps. What are the steps involved in locating the centroid? Procedure for locating the centroid. Procedure for locating the centroid of composite figure. First of all, we should know what is composite figure. What is composite? Mixture of one or two figure is known as composite figure. So, we will know now the procedure for locating the centroid of composite figure. If that figure will have more than one figure attached with that particular figure, then that figure is known as composite figure. So, what are the steps? There are nearly 9 steps involved to find the centroid of any particular plane. So we will see one by one each and every step. Step 1. Step 1. Student, you can write in the notes also. Otherwise, I will provide notes also in description. Step 1. Divide the composite figure into basic figure. First of all, I will explain only steps. Then when we will solve our numerical problem, that time I will explain each and every steps with solution. Okay. Now we will see only steps. What are the steps involved in finding the centroid? First one, divide the composite figure into basic figure. If 2 or 3 figure will attach with one figure, then we have to decide that composite figure into basic figures. Then step 2. Step 2. Take a reference line in x and y axis in such a way so that entire figure comes under quadrant 1. Understand? What is the step 2? Take a reference line in x and y axis in such a way that entire figure comes under first quadrant. That is the second step. We will see the third step. Calculate the area of basic figure and total area of figure. Once again we will see it. Step 3. Calculate the area of basic figures and total area of the figure. Now we will see step 4. Okay, can you note down? Okay. Now we will see step 4. Step 4 is draw the line of symmetry. If it exists. Then step 5 is calculate the value of values of x1, x2, x3 etc. Then step 6 is calculate the values of y1, y2, y3 etc. Understand? See, once again I will repeat. What is the step 4? Draw the line of symmetry if it exists. Line of symmetry means if you will take any plane, if you will divide by one vertical line or horizontal line, it should be divided equally both sides. If you will take the vertical line and that vertical line, if suppose that, listen here, see here, if we are taking this plane, if you will divide by one vertical line, if it will distribute the area into two equal parts, understand, if it will divide into area of two equal parts, then x1 value will be equal to x2, that will be equal to our centroid x bar. Understand? That's why it's still draw the line of symmetry. Symmetry means if you will divide particular any object, it should divide into two equal parts. We will see during solving the problems in detailed manner. Please note down. Now we will see step 7. 6 हो गया है ना. Now we will see step 7. Calculate the value of x bar. One formula is there to find the value of x bar. See, write down the formula. X bar is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 plus so on divided by total area. So this is the formula to find the value of x bar. Next step, step 8. Step 8 is calculate the value of y bar. Calculate the values of y bar. See, the same formula here also come. Y bar is equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 plus so on divided by total area. This is the step 8. Write down, please write down. Last one, we will see the final step, step 9. Now we will see step 9, last step. Our 9th step is show the position of centroid from the x-axis as well as y-axis. These all are the steps to solve the problem of centroid. To solve the problem of centroid, we should know all the 9 steps. Now we will recall all the steps, then we will directly go to the solving problems. So what was our first step? Step 1. What? Divide the composite figure into basic figure. Means if the figure will be complicated, it will be combination of 2 or 3 figure. First of all, we have to divide that figure into separate parts like 1, 2 or 3. Then what is the second step? Choose the reference line. First of all, we have to choose the reference line, x and y direction reference line. Then what is the third step? We have to calculate the area of basic figure. Then total area of that basic figure. What is the third step? We have to calculate the basics area, the figure, basic figure, that area and total area. What is the fourth step? Draw the symmetry line if it exists. यदि हमारे पास symmetry line यदि होगा तब हम उसको ड्रॉ करेंगे, नहीं तो नहीं करेंगे. देन व्हाट इज द स्टेप 4? कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x1, x2, x3 etc. Then what is the step 6? Calculate the value of y1, y2, y3. Then what is the step 7? We have to calculate the value of x bar. Then what is the step 8? We have to calculate the value of y bar. Then finally in step 9 we have to show the position of centroid from the x-axis as well as from the y-axis. Now we will see one numerical problem. See, now we will see one problem. If we will solve the problem, during solving the problem we will use each and every steps. That time we can understand in a better manner. Understand? So now we are going to see one problem. If we will solve that problem, then we can easily understand in easy manner. Once again I am repeating same sentence. What? Engineering mechanics is very easiest subject. Only you have to focus. Understand? And then second things, all the problem which we are solving that problem is always being repeated in our university examination. So whatever the problem I am solving in board or whatever I had solved in your unit 1 and unit 2 lecture, please focus on that particular problem. Understand? Now we will see one problem. During that problem we will learn each and every steps in good manner. See, this is one problem. You guys can also write down on your notes so that when I will solve the same time you can also solve the same problem. Find the position of centroid. Question will be like that. See, this is our problem. What? One composite figure is given. This figure is composed of two rectangles. This is rectangle 1 and this is rectangle 2. So what the question tells, find the position of centroid. We have to find the position of centroid. Understand? Now we will find. What is our step 1? Divide the composite figure into basic figure. This is composite figure. So first of all we have to divide this composite figure into basic figure. Now we will divide. See, we will divide this composite figure into basic figure. We will divide this one as first figure and this one as second figure. Then we will write the dimension also according to the particular figure. See, from here to here it was 150 millimeter, but this length was only 10 millimeter. So we will reduce this length from the entire length. So it will become 140 millimeter. It will become 140 millimeter. Then if you will talk about the entire length will be the same. What? 150 millimeter. Entire length is 150 millimeter. And what is the depth here? 10 millimeter. See, step 1 we have done. What is the step 1? Divide the composite figure into basic figure. We have divided the composite figure into basic figure. This is figure 1 and this is figure 2. Understand? Then what is the step 2? Step 2 tells draw the reference line from the x-axis and y-axis in a such a way so that the entire figure comes under first quadrant. Now we will do the step 2. I will erase this problem. Okay, step 2. See, first problem we will solve little slowly. From second problem onwards, we will not see the steps. Directly we will solve the problem. To make you understand in a better way, that's why I am solving according to step by step. From second problem onwards, directly we can solve the problem. Just we have to keep all the steps in our mind. Understand? So what is the step 2? We have to take reference line. So we will take this as a y-axis, this one as a x-axis. Then everything will be the same. This is 200 millimeter. 10 millimeter, 140 millimeter, this one has 10 millimeter. Already we have completed step 1 and 2. Step 1 says divide the composite figure into individual figure. Already we have done it. Composite figure into individual figure. Figure 1 and figure 2. Step 2 says draw one reference line along with y-axis and x-axis. That also we have done here. Understand? Step 3 says calculate the basics figure areas and total areas. Now we have to calculate the basic figure areas and total areas. I will erase from that area, okay? Already I think you have noted down, okay? Now we will see step 3. What is step 3? Calculate all the basics figure areas and total areas. So what are the basic figures? First of all we have to understand this is basic figure number 1, this is basic figure number 2, and both are rectangle. So already we know the area of rectangle. First we will see area of rectangle 1, area of rectangle 1, that is A1. What will the area of rectangle? The area of rectangle formula is length into breadth or length into depth. See, this is our length. Length, what is length? 10 millimeter. And what is depth? 200 millimeter. So area of rectangle is length into depth or we can write length into breadth, whatever we can write, no problem. So see, what is our length? 10 millimeter. Always see, one thing you have to keep in your mind, length will be always related to x-axis and depth or breadth will be always related to y-axis. So don't get confused, understand? So what will be the length for first figure? 10 millimeter. 10 into what is our breadth or depth for first figure? 200 millimeter. So we will multiply. Very easy, na? So it will become 2000 millimeter square. This is area 1. Basic area. Basic figure number 1. Now we will see the area of basic figure 2. Similarly, we will do area of rectangle 2, that will be called as A2. Same way, A2 is equal to length into breadth. What is our length? See, here our length will be 140 millimeter because our second section starts, second figure starts from here. Already we have considered from here, we have cutted from here, this is comes under first figure. From here we have cut into two parts, na? So from here our second figure will start. So from here to last distance is 140 millimeter. So our length is 140 millimeter and our depth is 10 millimeter. 140 into 10. So A2 is equal to 1400 millimeter square. This is our A2. This is the area of basic figure 2. Now what is the step 3 says? Calculate the total area also. So we have to calculate total area. We will denote total area as A, capital A. So what will the total area? Area of basic figure 1 plus area of basic figure 2. So total area will become 2000 millimeter square plus 1400 millimeter square. So our total area will become 2000 plus 1, 3400 millimeter square. This is our step 3. Now we will see step 4. What is step 4? What is step 4? Just recall it. Draw the symmetric line. Symmetric line means, already I told you, if you will divide the total entire figure in two parts, it should be equally balanced. But here in this condition we cannot balance. Here no line of symmetry is present, because see, if you will divide from here also, na, this area will be different. This total from left hand side, total area will be different. If you will divide horizontal by horizontal line also, na, it will not match. So here no line of symmetry will be present. So we will leave step 4. Understand? Now we will see step 5. I will erase that side. Okay, I will erase this side only. But I will write this area as that side. Okay, small area. Area 1 is equal to 2000 millimeter. Area 2 is equal to 1400 millimeter square. Total area is equal to 3400 millimeter square. So I will erase this side. See, here step 4 is not applicable because here no line of symmetry is available. So directly we will see the step 5. What is step 5? Calculate x1, x2. Calculate x1, x2, x3, so on. So now we will calculate x1. x1 means related to the figure 1. x2 means it will be related to the figure 2. So what will be the x1? x1 is individual centroid from the y direction. Individual centroid from the y direction for figure 1. So what will this see? Here now for rectangle some formula is there. Understand? If you will mug up that formula easily, you can easily solve. No need to see anywhere. Understand? What is the formula? For x1, x1 is here distance of centroid from y-axis. Distance of centroid from y-axis. This is our y-axis. So distance of centroid from y-axis. So for rectangle, some formulas there to calculate distance of centroid from y-axis. What is the formula? You have to just remember. x1 is equal to L by 2 for rectangle. You have to mug up. What is x1? x1 is equal to L by 2. Similarly, x2 will be also L by 2. x1 will be for first figure and x2 will be for second figure. So for first figure, what is x by 2? What is L by 2? x1 is equal to L. What is the length? 100. No. What is the length? 10. Only 10 is there. See, don't get confused. Always length will be in horizontal axis, that means x-axis. You have to take x-axis as length. Understand? Keep in your mind. So what is our length? x1 is equal to, what is x1? The distance of centroid from the y-axis. So what is L? L is 10. So 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5 mm. Understand? This is our x1 value. We will see the value of x2. x2 means same formula, L by 2, length by 2, but we have to take reference from the y-axis. This is our y-axis, but we have to take always reference from the y-axis. See, from y-axis to next figure distance is 10 meter. So we have to not neglect that distance. So first we will take directly that distance 10, plus then we have to add L by 2 centroid. Then what is the distance? L? 140. 140 by 2. So x2 will become 10 plus 70. So x2 is equal to 80 millimeter. Now our step 5 is completed. Now we will see step 6. If you want to note down any calculated values, you can pause the video and easily write down. Now we will see step 6. Now we will see step 6. Calculate the values of y1, y2, y3 and so on. So what will the value of y1? y1 is the distance of centroid from the x-axis direction. From x-axis direction, the distance of centroid, individual centroid. So for y1 also formula is there. In x1 what I told? L by 2. For y1 the formula is d by 2. D means depth by 2. For rectangle, this formula is there. For what? X1, what is the formula? L by 2. For Y1, what is the formula? D by 2. So what is the depth for first figure? See, but we have to take, see, for Y1 we have to take the reference line as x-axis. For X1 we have to take reference line of y-axis. Now we are going to find the Y1. So first we will take the figure 1, Y1. So we will take this x-axis as a reference line. Then what will the Y1 value? Depth by 2, D by 2. So what is the depth? 200 meter, 200 millimeter from top to beginning. 200 millimeter. So it will become, Y1 will become 200 divided by 2 is equal to 100 millimeter. Understand? Then now we will see the value of Y2. Y2 will become D by 2 again for second figure. What is the depth? 10, only 10. See, always we have to take x-axis as length and y-axis as depth. Understand? Please keep in your mind. So for figure 2, what will be the depth? 10 millimeter. So 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5 millimeter. Now we are very close to our answer. Understand? Already we have completed step 6. So only we have to complete step 7, 8 and finally we have to show the centroid position. Please note down. See, if you are unable to understand, please go from the beginning. Understand? Try to understand from the beginning, then you will easily understand. Now we will see step 7. Step 7. What is step 7? Calculate the value of x bar. Now we have to calculate the value of x bar. Calculate value of x bar. So what is the formula for x bar? Calculating x bar? A1 x1 plus A2 x2 divided by total area capital A, because we are having only two basic figure, so we have taken only A1 and A2. If we will have three figure, then what we would have done? A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 divided by total area. Understand? So already we know we are having only two basic figures, so we have taken only A1 A2. Understand? So now we will calculate, we will put all the values. What is A1? 2000 into x1 okay, already I have completed here. We will see from there. Already I have erased na there. Our x1 value is 5 and x2 value is 80. I will write here. Our x1 value is 5 millimeter and x2 value is 80 millimeter. Y1 and Y2 we have to also write. What is Y1 and Y2? Y1 is 100 and Y2 is 5. Y1 is 100, Y2 is 5. See, already I have erased it, that's why I have written from there, but you can go from the beginning and you can easily write from there. Understand? So what is the value of y1, y2, x1 and x2? Understand? Now we will use everything. So a1 into x1, a1 into x1. What is x1? 5 plus a2 into x2. What is a2? 1400 into x2, 80 millimeter. Divided by total area. What is total area? 3400. Calculate the value of x bar. Please calculate. I will also calculate. Calculate it soon. Yeah, xbar will be 35.88 millimeter. Xbar value will be 35.88 millimeter. Now we have completed step 7. Please write down fast. Now we will see step 8. What is step 8? Calculate the value of y bar. And y bar formula is A1 y1 plus A2 y2 divided by total area. A1 2000 millimeter into y1 100 plus A2 1400 into y2 5 whole divided by total area 3400. Calculate it soon. Calculate it. So y bar value will be 60.88 millimeter. This will be the value of y bar. See, already we have calculated x bar and y bar value. Now finally we will see step 9. What is step 9? What is step 9? Show the position of the centroid from the x-axis as well as from the y-axis. Already we have calculated the value of x bar and y bar. What was our x bar? 35.88. Our x bar value was, see, x bar value was 35.88 millimeter. From y-axis and y bar is equal to 60.88 millimeter from x-axis. This is our final answer. Understand? See, steps were very easy, na? But we have to see it properly. Understand why I have done according to the steps in first problem, so that you can understand in a better manner. From second problem onwards, we will not follow the steps. We will follow the steps, but we will not solve according to the step by steps. Directly we will keep everything in our mind and we will solve directly. Understand? I hope you would have understand this problem in better and effective manner. Thank you.